Welcome back, everybody. I do know that these graphics are pretty terrible, but bear with me. This is a great game. It's a zombie game. It is a lot like State of Decay 1. Obviously, different world, but RPG elements, uh, community building, building facilities, playing as different characters, missions, other enclaves, the whole nine yards. It's, yeah, pretty great. So ignore the graphics or excuse the graphics for at least a little bit, and let's hop into the game. So the basic premise is that you play as this guy Joe, who was rich. Before the end of the world, he bought a bunker, filled it with food, and lasted there for a year. It's now been a year. He doesn't have any food or water left, and he hears an SOS call. So he's like, okay, might as well check that out because I'm out of food and water. But other than that, he's basically a newbie to the zombie apocalypse compared to everyone else. And you probably don't really need to see the whole tutorial and learn how to play the game with me. I will do one thing: drop off some money. Uh, I will say some of the controls are a little bit unrefined as well, but that's okay. It is a small indie game made by literally one person, but it is an amazing game. If you like State of Decay 1, and you can get over the graphics, basically, you'll like this game as well. Um, so let me just get through the tutorial, and then I'll be back in a moment. So we're through the very basics tutorial, but there's still a little bit more tutorial, but we have the first mission and the first kind of main character besides who you play as starting off. So this is Alice, who we have to go get the key. She and her sister had locked themselves inside this little compound. Then her sister went over here to a water tower to get some water, but never came back, and the sister has the key. So we have to take this person out. Um, so you want to wait when you're shooting. Wait for the target to be red. That'll be a 100% hit, 100% chance to hit, I should say. Whereas the bigger the reticular, I guess, the the less chance to hit. Right now she's grayed out, and so this is 0% chance to hit. But all the way up here, because I suck at shooting, it's actually going to take a lot of bullets here. But you can also see in the top right, it says red strain. So the zombies in this game are more like the 28 days later type, like a rabies virus type zombie, as opposed to like undead. Um, and there are different strains. If you might have noticed just offhand, the one that attacked me just previously, that's kind of right up where I'm aiming, or where the dead body's up there. Um, that was a green strain, which is like the easiest strain, weakest strain. If you get infected, you have like a few days. Uh, and then there's, I don't actually remember the order, but red strain is worse. And there's like 3 or 4 strains, and you have to have different cures for each one. They like the different cures, I guess, evolved or whatever as like the remainders of government and society, I guess, tried to fight against the like early outbreak. They would make one cure, then it would evolve into a worse strain that would need another cure, and so on. Did I get the key from her, or did that? I don't actually remember. So she is a main character, and she is a lot like Lily in some ways. The Lily character from State of Decay 1. She has, instead of Q1, you might recall that she had lupus, I believe. Yeah, let's not be super rude. Um, she had lupus, and that was kind of one driving force for you to continue to go out and like complete missions, because you had to have medicine for her every day, and of course you didn't want her to die. Alice here has diabetes, so you need to find insulin. I think it's like 1 shot for her per day, uh, and if you don't get it, then she will die. And of course, you don't want her to die because she's a main character, or you don't really want anyone to die, honestly. But it's kind of main character-ness, you don't want her to die. Yeah, so she's gonna get some water. So I want to let's swap supplies and give her some water. Where's my water? She can have all my water. Unfortunately, I can only carry 20 pounds right now with each of them because they don't have a backpack. And also they have like no strength. But yeah, eventually I'll get backpacks and raise the strength and stuff. Uh, can I... Wrong button. Community. So now I have these two people, and you can see stats, fitness, firearms. Most of the like random characters you get don't have any of the, or don't have 5 stars on each. But I think the first 3 characters you get, Joe, Alice, and I think Isham, all have 5 stars on each. Sorry, I a little distracted in the combat is not immediately intuitive for me. I mean, it's easy once you get used to it, but you have to like right click to target, and then you need to dodge their attacks, of course, but then also shoot when the watch the reticule or watch the crosshair and well, that's a lot of ammo, and shoot when it's low. So I can actually, is it F4? Do I have the option yet? I don't think I have the option yet, but there is going to be a full map. Like you can see the mini map on the right, but there is a full map that you get to look at. And you can run, of course, but that increases your fatigue. And oh, backpack, nice. And so of course you want to be careful about running, and really the only time you're really at a danger of being bitten is if you have no fatigue, or rather the fatigue meter is full. If you get jumped on while you have, I guess, fatigue meter left over, you can usually just push them off. At least in my experience, it's been a couple years since I played this, so I might be mistaken on that, but it definitely feels a lot safer to have low fatigue. So I'm just going to be walking right now. And one nice thing about this game as opposed to State of Decay, not that it's bad, that's the way State of Decay works, but just different. Most of the zombies, and humans, I guess, in this game are pre-placed. So if I saved right now and, ran that way, the way I'm facing, ran that way, I would face, let's say, 3 zombies in 3 certain positions. If I then reloaded that save, or even started a new file, I think, and then came here and ran the same spot in the same way, I would face those same 3 zombies in the same place. For the most part, at least. Which does mean you can clear out areas, which is something I really like about when zombie games let you do that. You can just like make an area mostly safe. There eventually random hordes of zombies will start spawning to come towards your base, so you're not ever perfectly safe. Because that would also be a little weird to be perfectly safe, but yeah, I do like the mostly safe aspect. Whereas obviously in State of Decay, zombies just spawn right back. So even if you were just there, unless you made an outpost or a base or whatever, you are gonna just fight more zombies, I guess. I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah, so this is why we're coming up here. I don't know if they specifically said, but we're coming up here because this place has oh gosh, has a pharmacy. Um, let's try to focus down. So one thing about guns, of course, they're loud. So if I was only, I could fight these people. Ooh, I could fight these people just by kicking or punching, I guess. But if I did that, that would be quieter, of course. So as I said, they are pre-placed. So when I shoot, I'll attract zombies from farther away. The pre-placed zombies, I'll attract them from farther away. So that is one thing you need to be careful of. And really, you could, like, I could shoot here and maybe attract a zombie, and it would waste ammo, which is not something you generally want to do, obviously, in a zombie apocalypse. But it could also be something nice to do. So this is going to be the third character. There's going to be a bit of talking here, where he doesn't want to help us because he doesn't like looters. Yeah, but she of course has that. She's, I think, at one point is going to. Oh, this is going to teach you how to switch characters. Yeah. Okay, so Joe is kind of a jerk, and so sometimes, not very often, but a couple times you want to switch characters to Alice because she's a lot nicer and doesn't get underneath people's skin as easily. Uh, so we're going to switch over to Alice, and yeah, so she says, I have diabetes, I'm looking for insulin. And I listened to the first recording, I just totally changed the subject. My mouse is like really loud, and I apologize for that. I tried to angle my mic away from my mouse. My previous mouse didn't have this issue, I don't think, but this mouse is just very clicky, and so I'm trying to use the far end of my mouse pad, turning my microphone, but I apologize for that. So Isham, I'm not really sure how to pronounce. I think I'll probably call him Isham. Is going to join, and he is the expert builder. Let's go back to, but I can play as him as well, and I can actually look at his stats. Yeah, he has really high medicine too. I didn't realize that. Actually, he is not an expert builder. He just happens to start with the toolbox. Whatever. Let's go back to Mr. Joe, just because he's the main character. I typically play as him, and we are inside walls right now, so I probably can run just fine. Where's the thing? One nice thing, you can double click to enter a building, and it will run to the entrance, even if you don't know where the entrance is. Come on, get inside. Okay, so she has some insulin, so that will keep us for 6 days, which is obviously great. And I guess they call them antigens instead of cures. Having some antigens is always good, because you don't want to be a zombie. So yeah, we're gonna do a little bit. Oh, there is a gun store. Oh, he has a stock. Okay, so let's go over to the gun store, then get back home. Actually, you probably don't need to see this, so let me just cut here until we get back home, and then I'll show you the building and like giving directions to other people. It's pretty cool. So I'll be right back. All right, my team of 3 is back at base, and they're actually going to be split up now. So Isham will be working on building up our base a little bit, building some walls, building some more storage. Even though it is a pretty big bunker, um, obviously once we have more people, and like by more people I mean we can have dozens of people, so that won't be enough room for everyone to sleep, let alone to store all of our food and supplies. So he's going to start working on that. Alice is actually very tired, so each kind of notch here is like 1 day's worth of that thing. So you can survive 2 days with no water, or almost 2 days with no water. Once you hit the 2 days, you'll die. Same with sleep deprivation, and blood glucose is only for her. But that's, each insulin that you take will lower it by 1 notch. And each item of food you eat, or each bottle of water, or whatever, will also lower it by 1 notch, I believe. So she needs to sleep a little bit. She'll eat on her own whenever she's hungry. But yeah, so I'm going to send Isham to do some work. So let's get back out. I'm on Isham. So yeah, press control to go to control mode. So I get this more top-down view, and I can click to take him wherever I want. So where I'm going to tell him to go is over here. I believe, actually I don't need him to run. I believe it is here that he needs to go. So he's just going to walk there, and then I'm going to switch back to Joe, and I guess I need to select that mission for him. Oh, you can see the map. I've now fully revealed the map, and I guess there's a horde coming in already. That's a bit surprising. But that horde will only be like 2 zombies, so that shouldn't be too bad. For right now, I'm gonna... there was a gun store right up here. I started going the wrong direction. For some reason, I thought I needed to go over to the left more to get to the gun store. Even though there's like, you see this huge arrow on the screen. For whatever reason, I was going the wrong direction. I don't know. It wants me to come down here to Fort Kohai, or is it Kohai or Kohal? I think it's Kohal. But I'm actually gonna have him come down and grab a little bit more ammo. Just do a quick, whoops, do a quick, go back to the map, please. Whoops, I always press the wrong button. Do a quick, just, um, what's it called? Scavenging trip. Thank you. Who am I thanking? Myself, I guess. My brain. And I will start running because I do want to do this pretty quickly, and hopefully get the two of them, Alice and him, on the same sleep schedule. So he's almost to a day's worth of sleep, or by a day's worth of sleep, I don't mean sleep for a day, but he'll sleep for a day's worth, I think. So it'll be a couple hours. But in any case, I want him and Alice because they're going to be traveling together most of the time, while, at least right now, Isham builds up the base. That will be the kind of division of labor. So, yeah, let's run this way. Where is that? It is coming this way, so I will probably have... just have Joe here take on the base. Do I grab this ammo? I had to switch the backpack over... Oh, that's actually really bad. I forgot about that. I had to switch the backpack over to Isham because he needs to carry heavy wooden planks back. So I'm actually not very sure how useful this scavenging run will be. But let's come over here and at least take out the horde so Isham doesn't have to worry about it. I did hit level 1 firearms. I don't remember if that was on camera or not. So I can aim at people's feet if I want to, but also just be a little bit better with a... So I equipped him with a shotgun that I got here. Let's close this for the moment. How much space? Oh, he has very little space, so this is actually almost useless. Can't even pick up the bandages that I left behind. He has like 4 bandages on him, so I'll probably just leave the bandages for now. Let's take the sniper rifle ammo just because I can remove an item from this list, and then we'll grab the rest of that. By the rest of that, I mean the 16 shells out of 1,000 that I can carry. It would be great if I could kind of use this big metal fence as defense against these zombies. They should be here pretty quick. It's hard. It's a little hard to tell. Kind of like the infestation symbol in State of Decay. Oh, there's 4 of them actually. Like, just because the symbol's there doesn't mean the zombies are actually there. It's kind of like the average position of all the members of the horde, but this shotgun is making quick work of them. That zombie was, I guess, rattled or something. But the shotgun does a lot of damage at close range, of course, and, well, wouldn't you know it, standing on one side of a chain link fence is about as close range as you can get, while not getting bit, I guess. I think I searched all the bodies. That is a little bit of annoyance in this game. That was very much nice that they didn't add to State of Decay 2, is that you don't have to search bodies in State of Decay 2. But there's, enough of the time, there's just like little... Whoops, I want to be on this side, please. There's like just good enough stuff, and you can see I automatically ate there because I was hungry. That's kind of a nice feature. But there's just good enough stuff that you kind of keep wanting to search. Like, I got 16 automatic rifle rounds off of one enemy earlier, one zombie corpse earlier, which is good. Like, that's really good. It's like the tier 3 gun, and I got 16 rounds for it. I can I actually... Oh, I can carry 12. Did I search this already? Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. We can go back to control mode and just start sending him back. And now, where's Isham? I didn't actually do the mission. I got distracted. So, if I hit control mode... Oh, I didn't go to the right house. Well, that's a little weird. Which one was it, then? That's a house. That's a diner. Wasn't one of these home improvement? Well, I always press escape. I'm used to, I think, State of Decay 2 having escape be like the exit out of menu button. Or exit out of mode button. Here's the hardware store, yeah. So go to the hardware store, and now I can bring home supplies, and I'm going to start bringing home planks. Now he will automatically walk from base down here, drop off planks, or he'll pick up planks here. He'll pick up here planks here, and then walk back to the bunker or whatever building has space, drop them off, and repeat that until everything or all the planks in that building are done. Which is kind of like the State of Decay 1, like send your person to pick up a rucksack type mission, or type functionality. So hopefully by the time I get back here and kind of drop off my junk, he'll be ready to sleep a little bit. Yeah, he's actually sleeping right away. It is paused right now. Oh, you can actually see that right up there. It is paused right now. Let's just store all the crap. And yeah, you might have just seen that there's a lot of just random stuff like cloth. You can make Molotovs or you can make bandages out of that. But it's a very basic crafting. Like, I think that's just about it. Is either Molotovs or bandages. Molotovs are good, but you just basically whichever one you don't need at the moment. And these are trading items to get or basically trading items in State of Decay 2. They get specific people or specific types of people to like you more. So someone who likes wine, you give this wine, and then they'll like you more, and then you can recruit from them or have like better trade prices, or maybe they'll give you a mission because they like you more, whatever. But there's a couple different types of items like detective novel, pack of cigarettes, that sort of stuff. So yeah, they're just gonna sleep for a while. Let's go over to him. Oh, see, that is one thing. Um, they'll take the shortest path, so you have to be careful of that because there could have been zombies here, and he would have fought the zombies, of course. Like, you wouldn't just let them bite him, but going through unscattered territory, as I talked about earlier, since the zombies are pre-placed, you can clear out areas. If you haven't cleared out an area, it is obviously inherently more dangerous. So the fact that he'll just kind of, or anyone will do the free walk, or like the direct walking like that, is a bit dangerous. But now that he's back, I'm gonna start building. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't want either of these. Stop this a second. Actually, he will just continue on. So actually, I'm not gonna do building yet. I believe he'll want me to, yeah, I have to do this for a mission, so I'm just gonna let him do that. But I'm gonna cut here for a minute, and then once we're kind of at like nightfall for the Sims, but I can't speed up. At least I don't think I can. So I'll just be right back. Okay, Isham now has enough stuff, so I can start building a fence. So let me just show you how that works. I did notice that we're kind of running out of time, so where's Isham? Here we go. So I select the toolbox, and you can see the hammer in the bottom right. That's how I know that I've selected it. Then I have to select build, and I want to build in each of these spots. I think there's a click and drag. I thought there was a click and drag, but maybe not. Now he's going to run around, and they're the 8 planks. I actually got another backpack. Let me just show you what I've been up to. So Joe and Alice woke up, and so I had them run up here. I know that there's a good backpack up here, so I grabbed the backpack out of there, which is going to let Isham carry stuff a lot easier. It should be able to do 2 planks at a time instead of just one, so that'll be great. But now they're gonna start heading down here to find, I think, Fort Cohol in the next episode because it's already been like 30 minutes or so, I think, or almost 30 minutes. But yeah, now he's building, and let me just switch back over to them, and they can start coming down here. So yeah, you can build there, and his construction is only level 1, but I think it automatically hits level 2 after this mission. Um, and then I will be able to build more stuff. So there's, right now I can just build fences and gates, which aren't all that helpful. I mean, keeps zombies out, but not the exciting stuff like watchtowers or barns or wells or chain link fence, that sort of stuff. So this is just kind of something you have to do to keep going. So I think I'm going to kind of end things here. In the next episode, hopefully he'll start building some cooler stuff, and they will start maybe going on some missions. Um, and yeah, we'll be seeing some more of the world. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.